Hello, today I will talk about the English short story Lisbeth, which is a short story written by the English journalist Rudyard Kipling in 1886. First, I will make a short summary of the text, and then I will analyze the text with regards to setting, time, narrator, themes, and characters. The story is about a girl born in a Himalayan village during the rule of the British Empire. She is raised as a Christian by a chaplain and his wife. When she grew up, she fell in love with an Englishman. The Englishman does not love her and have no intention of marrying her, but he plays along at the request of the chaplain's wife. He leaves and never returns. The girl eventually finds out that there was never going to be a marriage. And then she abandons the Christian faith and returns to her native people where she lives for the rest of her life. The story is set in a real historical time and setting during the British rule in the Kutgaf, which is a region in the Himalayan mountains. The author gives these real names of localities such as Simla, Sotli Valley or Akunda, which all are places in the northern India. The main action takes place over a few months, but it also includes a background story about the main character Lisbeth. Lisbeth is the protagonist of the short story. She is the only character who is given a name and is portrayed both directly by the third-person narrator and other characters, as well as indirectly through her thoughts and actions. The narrator depicts her as a 17-year-old beautiful girl. She stands out due to her appearance and height, unusual for her people. On page 266, line 6 to 8, it says, Lisbeth had a Greek face, one of those faces people paint so often and see so seldom. She was of a pale ivory color and for her race extremely tall. Also, she possessed eyes that were wonderful. She is also intelligent and curious, but very honest and impulsive. She likes reading and goes to church, yet she refuses to go to Simla and become a nurse. Furthermore, she decides in a split second that she wants to marry the Englishman without even knowing him. On page 266, line 18 to 20, it says, she took classes in the Sunday school and read all the books in the house, and grew more and more beautiful like the princesses in fairy tales. And then on page 267, line 9 to 11, where she says, the text says, she was going to nurse that Englishman until he was well enough to marry her. This was her little program. The chaplain's wife is not named, suggesting that her identity is defined by her status as the wife of a clergyman. Her British way of being is emphasized throughout the story. She raises Lisbeth as something between a servant and a companion because she is challenged by her beauty and intelligence. She feels uncomfortable to treat her like a servant, yet she still considers her an inferior being. On page 265, line 16 to 17, it says Lisbeth became half servant, half companion to the wife, and then companion to the wife of the then chaplain of Kutgaf. The chaplain's wife strongly believes in class and racial differences. She considers Lisbeth unsuited for the Englishman. It can be seen on page 268, line 24 to 27, when it says, it was wrong and improper of Lisbeth to think of a marriage with an Englishman who was of a superior clay, besides being promised in marriage to a girl of his own people. The Englishman is an unnamed traveler. The narrator depicts him with some irony as a globetrotter and a hunter of plants and butterflies, suggesting he had no real occupation, indulging himself in travels. On page 267, line 14 to 18, it says, "He was a traveler in the East," he said. "They never talked about globetrotters in these days, when P&O Fleet was young and small, and had come from Dehradun to hunt for plants and butterflies among the Simla hills." The main theme in the text, Lisbeth, can be described broadly as a contrast between different cultures. Within this, Kipling explores ideas about faith and religion, deceit and deception. And that was all I had.